Thank you for joining us here on Real Estate in the Lowcountry. With me today is Matthew Dailey, and he is, of course, with Assurance Financial. Good to see you again, Matthew.
Hey, Betsy. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So we today are going to be talking about renovations. I think last time you were here, we talked about new construction loans or construction loans in general. Mm-hmm. And so something people may not realize is that they can come to you if they're thinking about renovating. And particularly over COVID, I think a lot of people thought about renovating.
Right.
But even now, maybe they don't see the inventory that they want on the market, and they think, okay, let's spruce up what we have.
Exactly. There's a couple ways that we're helping people staying in their homes and doing a kitchen remodel or a bathroom remodel. They may want to add an outdoor kitchen or do something like that to stay in the house that they're in, and that's absolutely something we can help them do. And also, as the market's started to evolve and change, we're seeing more inventory. But some of the inventory's been out there and been the way it is for the last 10 or 15 years.
Right.
And you walk in the house and we see what we see.
Yeah.
We walk in and see colors we don't like or trim we don't like, and we say, well, this is not the house. But could be the house.
Right.
But what you may need to do is approach it from, hey, I'm going to spend X on the house. Let's set a budget for an extra $50,000 to $100,000. Let's get that kitchen done the way we want it. Let's paint the house the colors we want to do. So there's a way we can do that. We can finance the large majority of that. It doesn't change your requirements as far as down payment. If you want to do a renovation loan and get in at 3%, you could do that.
Okay.
So you're not investing a lot more money out of pocket. It takes a little more planning on your behalf. You need to know what you want to do. You get to set a budget and get a builder involved to help you do the renovations, and off we go.
Off we go. And do we build a little slush fund in there? You say a budget, but we know
we
what
do.
We know what happens with
because
budgets.
when you're renovating the house and you start opening up walls, there's the unknown. There's
Right.
things you don't know. So we typically build 20% in reserves in the budget. So if we do come across some things that we're not aware of, we've got money to cover it.
Well, so how does somebody start the process with you, whether they are actually buying a home and they know that they want to renovate as well, or if they're just starting a renovation project? How do they start with those things?
First steps would be just give me a call. Let's talk about what your dreams are, what you want to do. Let's put a budget together, run some numbers, and see if the mortgage math works.
Right.
And if you're comfortable with where it's going to put you as far as payment, we can get started at that point, and the next steps would be, identifying what you want to do, if it's your existing home or if you want to go find a home, and we just kind of go from there.
Got to go from there. And talk to me a little bit about, you mentioned earlier a 3% number that you threw out there. Are the interest rates different for a renovation loan than they are for a mortgage?
Slightly, but not much.
Okay.
It's a little bit higher. You may pay a quarter to a half a percentage more. So right now, if you were doing a renovation loan, you may be, instead of being in the high sixes, maybe mid sevens.
Okay. Once they've decided they want to do this project, you do you said you roll that into the mortgage. Does it all happen at closing if that's what they're doing?
Sure. What you do is if you're buying the property, you would close on it, pay the seller, then you would have a budget. Say you've got $100,000 in renovation, that money's held in escrows, and as work gets completed, draws would be paid. You would approve, hey, I'm happy with the work done up to this point. Let's pay the subcontractors X, go on to the next stage. So very similar to what you would do on a construction to perm loan where you've got a draw schedule.
And let's talk a little bit, I don't even know if this is a good idea, but if somebody has had a house on the market and maybe it isn't moving because it does look like it has looked for 10, 15, 20 years, and they say, maybe I want to invest a little bit in sprucing this up so I can get it moved in this market. Does that work for them too?
Absolutely. If they want to do that, invest in the property, do some updating before they try to sell the home, that's absolutely something to do. And another thing that we're doing is we're working with realtors and designers and coming and putting kind of a before and after in an image. We'll pick out tiles and colors and have samples and say, hey, you may not like this pink tub and tull it, but we could put this nice white marble in.
Yeah, so kind of a rendering.
It helps people visualize because we're challenged with that. Sometimes we can only see what we see. We can't see what it's going to look like after.
Yeah.
So there's ways we can help people stage their homes. And I work with a lot of listing agents saying, hey, let's sell the fact that we can renovate this home. Yeah. A lot of times agents see, hey, this is going to be for investors only or cash sale only. you're limiting yourself to about 15-20% of the audience, and you're going to get less money.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't limit yourself.
Think about renovating the home and what the possibilities could be.
Well, Matthew, thank you for being with us. It's always great information. We appreciate it very much.
All right, thanks.